Contestant number 4, Rachel Lee Taylor. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Rachel Lee Taylor.
What would you regret if you didn't live to see tomorrow? This is my younger brother, Ryan. Now in high school, he is an absolute triple threat in singing, dancing, and acting. He can also play sports, but my performing arts family isn't entirely sure where that skill came from. All these together have made him one of the most popular kids in school, and I am not exaggerating when I say that. In the first semester of his junior year of high school, he transferred from a student group of about 2,000 kids to one double the size, and within the first month had more friends than people I've spoken to in my entire life. This kid, however, was not so popular growing up at home, at least according to me. My younger brother and I are 6 years apart from each other. If anybody has siblings, you know that is 6 years too many. We loathed each other. We pushed each other's buttons until they broke, and then one more time, just in case. I had a countdown so I could move out of the house, go to college, and get away from him. But I love my younger brother, Ryan. Time and distance between us has grown our relationship stronger. Still push each other's buttons, but we do it out of genuine love and care for each other. I love my younger brother Ryan so much that in September of 2021, when Disney World was allegedly retiring its fireworks show Happily Ever After, and he was the only family member who couldn't see it again, I paid to fly him from Colorado to Florida, used my husband's Disney passes to get us in the parks, and we sat there together and we watched the show one last time. I love my younger brother Ryan so much that in March of 2022, when he was the star of his school musical, my husband and I flew out to Colorado to surprise him. He didn't know we were sitting there in the audience watching him on stage performing with his heart on his sleeve. And it wasn't until the show ended and the cast got to come out and greet the audience that he saw us. And his face went a little something like this. Now, take a step back with me, if you will, to January of 2022. It was a normal January morning, less so actually. I was outside walking, but it was a January morning. And I get a call from my mom. Not unusual, my mom calls me all the time. So I pick it up and she says, Ryan has found a lump in his throat. We're seeing a specialist, but the doctors think it might be cancer. One week later, I'm in Colorado. This was pre-planned. I was there to celebrate my engagement, and I am standing next to my mom when she gets the call. It's the specialist. And Ryan has thyroid cancer. To see my 16-year-old brother being told that he has cancer after we watched both of my mom's parents fight their own cancer battles. 16 is hard enough when you are a full-time student with a part-time job, hanging out with friends, participating in extracurricular activities, and dealing with the piles of homework that school gives you. 16 is hard enough when you are applying to colleges, deciding what to major in, and dealing with all the tests that are required for acceptance. 16 is hard enough without knowing that there is something inside of you threatening to consume you. That January phone call did not stop my brother. 2 months after, he was up on that stage, performing with every breath of air he had in his lungs, and when the curtains closed on that show. 1 week later, he was in surgery. Surgery was successful. Recovery was stable. But for him, medications will last a lifetime. And in July of last year, he went in for another checkup. And it was clean and he was cancer-free. But just months later, the doctors went in to look again and they found something too small to identify as more pieces of thyroid or growing cancer. But all we know is because of his blood tests, the doctors are recommending radiation. 16 is not easy. 17 is only slightly easier, knowing that you have a diagnosis and a treatment plan. But 24 for me is not any easier either. I feel it is my responsibility to drop my life here in Florida, move back out to Colorado to support my family. Because every time my mom texts about Ryan, posts about Ryan, or calls about Ryan, I feel my own feelings threaten inside of me. I don't regret the relationship I have with my brother. I don't regret the fights we had in the past because I don't regret how much I love him now. Toastmasters, dignitaries, and guests, I am honored to stand in front of you guys today. In loving memory of our fellow Toastmaster, Steve Olson, who should have been here competing with us. Because the saying is cliche, but it has never been so true. You don't think it'll happen until it happens to you. Thank you.